Welcome everyone to the Trust the Plan podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Jim.
And Jim, a couple weeks ago we had the 10th annual Top of the Peak Summer Party. Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun. We had a great turnout.
Great turnout. Dialed up a perfect weather day. We couldn't ask for better weather.
Yeah, blue sky day. Mm-hmm. No rain. Limited humidity.
Yeah.
And the burger spot truck.
Burger spot was great. The band, great as always.
Yes.
So really good time. Great time to catch up and connect with the clients outside of, a review meeting.
Absolutely. So, every year we host the party, and sometimes people bring friends, people they want to introduce to us. Mm-hmm. It's a great way to, have a no pressure, introduction kind of a thing.
Yep,
right?
For sure.
So oftentimes people will ask us, are you accepting new clients? What kind of referrals are you looking for? Who would be a good referral? And it's an interesting question because people don't, when people ask like that, they don't want to send us someone that wouldn't be a good fit. And I really, really appreciate that because, for the benefit of our existing clients, we can't just help everybody, right? We can point people in the right direction if it's not a good fit, but if we don't have unlimited hours, right? So we have to be sure that if we're bringing on a new client, that it's a good fit for us and for them. Mm-hmm. So Jim, what are some of the things that you think about for a good referral? What's an ideal referral for us?
Yeah, I think, with us having a real planning first approach, somebody who's just in that retirement zone, the people who are really asking those questions. Am I ready to retire? Do I have everything in place? Do I have enough money? Can I, do the things I need to do to be able to live the retirement I want? So just somebody who's really eager to know and understand the planning side of the situation.
So that retirement red zone, what does that mean? Like 5 years before retirement, or?
I guess I would say at least 5 to 10 years, because we want to have a little bit of a runway. If somebody's not on track, we want to have some time where we can course correct, where we can, increase savings, decrease spending, hold off on a big purchase, whatever it is that needs to happen, we want to make sure that we have time to implement that.
What about small business owners? As a small business owner myself, I love working with other people that have that entrepreneurial spirit. Mm-hmm. People that have similar frustrations or similar issues, problems, or successes, right? Mm-hmm. That I can relate to. So working with small business owners is wonderful. And one thing that they often have an issue with is not developing a retirement plan like you were just describing, but they don't even have a 401 set up, right? Mm. Because, if you work at Ford or GM, right, it's kind of you have a whole HR department. It's been there for years and decades. Mm-hmm. But a small business owner, it's just not the same. But fortunately, we have easy solutions to help them get it set up. So I love working with small business owners. What about younger people?
Younger people can be a great referral for us. I love having young people get off to a great start. We have clients now who are off to a good start, saving a lot of money now, knowing that will put them on a good track. So I think, I would say young and affluent would be a good way to say that, because it's one thing to be young and to want to be off to a good start, but you need to have the means available to implement some of these planning things. So I would say that's kind of a combination that we would look for is young couples or young people who have some means that they're able to do some of the planning techniques that we would want to talk about.
One of my favorite things with young and affluent, let's say they're 30s, early 40s with a great income, mm-hmm. and they have excess cash flow, mm-hmm. right? And they're looking to say, well, what do we do with this extra money each month? And I love having that blank slate, mm-hmm. saying, well, here's how the plan looks if we do this, or here's how it looks if we do that. Mm-hmm. And also, formulating good habits with young people that are now coming into larger incomes.
Right.
Because a lot of times they fall victim to lifestyle creep.
Lifestyle creep, very much so.
Yeah. I think I'm going to give Jim kudos here. Maybe he didn't make up lifestyle creep, but the internet took it by storm after he started talking about it.
It was. I think I got it started.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's such a common trap for young people, right? You start making more money, you have more money, and it's make more, spend more, right? And you find things to spend it on. And those things don't typically go away, right? They creep in, and the next thing you know, every month you're spending more than you did the last month. And it's just a habit that you want to try to avoid at all costs.
So some of these young and affluent folks might not have the $500,000 minimum that we're asking for, but maybe they have such tremendous potential that they could be there in a short amount of time. And so we waive the minimum on those types of cases.
Yeah, it's really about finding a good fit for us. We don't hard line stick to our minimums. We're just looking for good fit people that are looking for advice and that have a ton of opportunity and resources to really make a plan look great.
And I think you might have mentioned this, but I think it's worth repeating. People that value planning and advice, right? If we're giving you advice and you're not listening and you're not taking it, it's kind of a bummer, right? If you feel like it's all about the investments and you're not interested in hearing about planning, well, maybe it's not a good fit, right? And also along those lines, kind of to wrap it up here, I think we did a podcast maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and the title was "Don't Be a Jerk."
Yeah.
So that would be a fun one to go back and listen.
Yeah.
A fun one to go back and listen to. We don't want any jerks.
Right. But I think you made a great point. We want people who want to engage, who are looking for advice and want to implement advice. I think that's a huge determining factor for it being a good fit.
Yeah. People that want to be part of the Peak family.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think that kind of sums it up.
Well, I think we forgot one.
Okay.
My favorite type of people to work with, Millionaire Next Door. I think that's such a great group, and it's such it's just there's a book, The Millionaire Next Door. Dave Ramsey did an Everyday Millionaires book, and to me those are just great because those are just about everyday people who just have good habits. They live within their means, they save well, and next thing you know, they're millionaires, living a really comfortable, retirement, and have a retirement plan they can trust. And I think those are pretty high up on my referral list. Is people like that I think are great to work with.
I agree. So if you have $500,000 or more and you're looking for a second opinion on what you're doing with your portfolio and your plan, reach out to us at peakwm.com and schedule an appointment online. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and share with your friends.